Hello, welcome back again. I'm back to painting. Well, I was painting, but I took a break. So, what are we talking about this time? I'm making a random painting. I am freehanding. It's going to be a person, obviously, and there's some sort of hat situation going on. So, I went back and I was watching my live video from before, and I kind of felt like it was a little clickbaity because I was like, why I didn't go to high school. And I did talk about why I didn't go to high school, but also in there, I didn't talk about what I was doing while I wasn't in high school because I think that was probably the most interesting part of my younger years was what I was actually doing. And if anybody pops in, this is live, go ahead and say something. If you have any questions, it's a great chance to get that out there too. Um, if you're not familiar with my channel, I'm really random and I'm okay with that. And I like to talk about a whole host of different topics. So right now I'm kind of just, I don't know, I'm just painting and I decided to talk about something that was personal, but also kind of different and interesting, which was the fact that I didn't attend high school. So while I wasn't in high school, but just kind of doing my own thing, I often had random people come to my house and hang out. And I still do. It's still a thing here. Sorry, guys. Like I said before, it's live. You're getting whatever. And so, like, I would just hang out at home because, especially when I was younger, I couldn't drive yet. And people would just kind of come by. I had a door going into my bedroom, and people would come and go at all hours. And again, let's not judge how, my upbringing was because I'm just being honest. And it was an interesting existence. So I had a lot of people come over. I had a lot of very random friends. And a lot of times I would meet people one time and I would never see them again. And we would have like these deep talks. And it was always about them, because I'm an empath. That's what we do. But it was always cool, I always liked meeting new people. I always liked having deep conversations. I'm kind of an open book. And so that's kind of what my life was. And I listened to a lot of music and I wrote a lot of really bad poetry, which is kind of ironic now that I'm on here doing poetry shout outs every Wednesday. Woohoo! Poetry shout outs. And sometimes I do bonuses just because I feel so damn inspired by you guys. And that's really true too. Like, YouTube is, I always say, it's just the coolest place to be. So, I'm painting a random female with a hat and some really crazy hair. And I have no idea how I'm going to make this all tied together, but for some reason, this is what came out. And I'm all about being authentic and genuine. And I'm going to give a little life advice while I've got someone's attention, anyone's attention. you know, not just doing a painting I'm just going to go there and say it that way. Or, you can fill in whatever event it is for you. When it's something that you would really like to do, but you're not doing because you're afraid of the outcome and you're afraid that it's going to suck. And so you just don't do it. It's like, that's the worst thing you can possibly do, is to give in to that voice in the back of your head that says you can't, because you know what? You freaking can. And that's, this is incredibly therapeutic to just sit here and just do it. And also, I'm doing it in front of whoever chooses to stumble in this YouTube community. And I'm putting myself out there for, like, some harsh commentary, and I'm going for it. I hope that inspires somebody, because you should be doing the same. Just not giving a fuck and enjoying this life. I just saw something on the Facebook today that said something about, you don't only live once, you live every day, you only die once. And it was like, oh, damn. It's like, you got to live every day of your life, and for me right now, I really just want to be here painting, and doing it feels so damn good, even though I don't really know what this is going to look like. Like I said before, I mean, why would I care? I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what feels good for me. And you should be doing the same. As long as you're not hurting other people. Because that's never okay. So I should show you my painting. So this is where it is right now. I know it's really lopsided and weird, but for some reason, I'm loving it. I don't know why. I don't even know how I'm going to make this make sense. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. Yeah, I have an idea. So other highlights. When I was a teenager, I also went to a lot of casinos. I'm not going to talk about that on here. I've spoken too much as is. Now, I'm going to quick talk about this painting because it's not very good, but for some reason I'm really loving it. And my poetry isn't very good, but I totally, I love it. So let's talk about that, because I'm really not wanting to relive any more of my teen years than I already have tonight. I think that was enough reliving that for a while. But I feared the almighty critique, because when you're in a forum such as YouTube or Facebook, which I also incidentally have a public Facebook page that I do go live on. I went live on there tonight, just saying that I was coming over here to go live. But sometimes I go live over there and just bullshit and stuff like that, because more of the people who are on Facebook are actually a little bit more familiar with me, most likely. Most of the people who are over there are a little more familiar with me, that kind of know what I do, um, I'm a little more rambunctious over there, if you will, than I am here on YouTube, because YouTube is a little bit more of a delicate audience. But you fear, like I said before, people not liking what you're doing, you fear hearing negative feedback about what you're doing. And in reality, I'm just going to put my 2 cents in on that. I myself have been known to watch a YouTube video and, under my breath said, "Oh, I wish they would have done this differently." Or, even, gosh, I hate the way she says that word. I wish she wouldn't say it that way. And there's the temptation, even sometimes, to make that comment that's not very positive and, might in fact be kind of mean. And, you know, for the most part, I'm pretty sure that my other judgment has come into play most of the time and has stopped me from doing it, because really it doesn't help to be that way. I think about what I feel when I, you know, have gotten little critiques on different things that I've done. And it's like, sometimes you just feel sad that it's like, well, it's not supposed to be a masterpiece. We're having fun here, And I think it can be very discouraging to another person when we feel the need to make those comments. And I'm not saying that I've always been good about not doing that, because I certainly, that is something that I had to learn over time. And as I get older, progress ish. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I have no idea. I'm having a good time. I'm talking with friends. And there I'm waiting for somebody to say, "We're not friends." Okay, well, you're my friend. You're my friend. If you're here, you're my friend. It doesn't have to be mutual. You're my friend. Oh, hey! Look who's here. Welcome, welcome. I don't really know where I'm going with this. I've been painting probably for an hour or something. I don't know. I've just been sitting in my little room here, painting random. And if you bear with me, I'm just going with this train of thought on the painting, and then I'll show what I've been painting. This is some of the most random shit I think I've ever done. Yeah, what do you think of that? Oh, don't worry, I'm still going. So here's this one. And some other things I'm working on tonight are, again, we're just having fun here. This one, still working on it. And I have some really fun ideas for this one. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do you think? Is it me? So again, the critiques, choose for yourself. Oh, thank you, love. Thank you, love. This girl commenting here, she is going to show up in one of my videos sooner than later. I think we're going to do my first mukbang. together. If you're still within earshot, love, how is the food? I made food for her. Well, I didn't make food for her, but I gave her some of the food that I had made. And it was a nice little variety. You tore it up? Yay! I'm starting to feel this painting. I don't even know. So yeah, the food was really random. I'm sorry that you don't like lobster because we had lobster and chicken, stuffed chicken breast, and tenderloin steaks on the grill with some asparagus and some dill buttered potatoes. And was that it? I think that was it. Oh, and a variety of mushrooms, including some weirdly named Japanese mushrooms. I'm not going to try to say what they're called because, yeah, I'll murder it. So, painting, painting, painting. So, I think that I may do some more videos like this one where I'm doing whatever I'm doing and randomly talking, because then I have the opportunity to answer questions. Well, it will be a little bit more cohesive because I'll have my questions that were asked of me to answer, because sometimes I'm asked questions and I get really my thoughts don't always like to sit and write an answer out. And so my answers will come out making less sense than when I talk. And if I actually have a point, it's easier. And I don't want to start answering those questions because I do have some in my mind right now, because I'm in the middle of a painting sesh, and if there's anybody who doesn't really want to watch me paint but wants to know those answers, um, well, not that that would be a problem, but I'd rather have it, addressed as a Q&A painting sesh or something like that. And if anybody has any thoughts about that, comment, even if it's after the live comment, because I'd like to know what people think about that. Because on one hand, the reason I haven't done it sooner, because I know I've been asked a few questions and I, kind of put them off because I feel like, well, for one, I have no patience in typing out the answers in some cases. And also, I feel like, well, nobody wants to know about me, but it's like, well, somebody wants to know something about me. So it's like maybe more than one person. I don't know. I just don't want to. What the hell do I care? It's my idea to do it that way. So why don't I just do it that way? See? See how that works? Stop giving a fuck. Stop giving a fuck what people think. I need to take that advice. You know what you guys haven't seen in me yet is that I apologize for everything. I don't do that in my videos somehow, but in real life, I apologize for everything. And I know there are some in real life supporters on here that will probably definitely speak up and say that it's truth. Okay, so I know what I have to do here. So this is where we're at right now. We're slowly building this mess into whatever it is intended to become. Also, if you guys think I should get some work done on these things, let me know. And then go ahead and send me a donation to help out with that cause, because Mama doesn't have money to spare like that right now. What? No, 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 she doesn't. That's me. I can attest that she's gorgeous. I'm assuming that you're attesting to the fact that I apologize for everything. And you're saying that the painting is gorgeous. And that's exactly why I hate writing. But also, just in case you don't know this, Miss Viewer, there's a time delay on when your text comes through. And that way, certain things are flagged before they come through and so forth and so on. It prevents having major issues with spam, which I don't attract that anyway at this stage in the game, so I'm not worried about it. So now that I'm thinking that you are on here, if I had known that you were actually like sitting nearby, I would have talked a little bit more freely because you're here. Before I was like, oh no, who's watching this? This is scary. Also, I'm tired. I'm really tired. I did a lot today, and it felt really good to get that all done, but it also was exhausting. And I think I'm overdoing it just a little. And I think I need to take a break sooner than later. I'm actually contemplating a trip to the museum soon. And preferably by myself. Because I haven't done that in a while. Okay, so it's starting to make sense, even though it's weird. Like her face is weird yet. This is what we're having. I don't know. I'm freehanding it all. And I can have some fun with it after I'm done with the painting part. I like to add things to paintings. I like to make them three-dimensional. I feel like I use a lot of I statements. I am going to. Actually, I am going to pop off of here for about a minute and a half while I freshen things up, and also I'm going to address a question. And so I'm going to start a fresh video to do that. And I'm going to fix this while I'm at it. Maybe. Probably not, though. But I'll be back in about 2 minutes. Miss Viewer, will you be here? You can always text me and let me know, too. Or I'll just pop back on and assume you know it. Oh, what a girl. All right, I'm going to pop back on in about 2 minutes. I'm just going to reset this so that I can start with the question that I had. All right.